Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another week of National Action Network Live. Welcome home. My name is Nancy Darlene Crawford, and I am your host for this morning. Our keynote speaker today is none other than our president and founder, the Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton. We welcome all of you who have joined us today live here in the sanctuary at our new House of Justice located at 6 Hancock Place between West 124th Street and Morningside Avenue in the village of Harlem. We welcome those also watching us via live stream and on our social media platforms and our website at www.nationalactionnetwork.net. Today, we will hear reports on the action NAN is taking and are joined by chapters from across the country and right here in our New York City chapter, bringing to you how you can get involved and get into the action with NAN now. During the Saturday service, we have a segment here called What's on Your Mind. We invite you to email us at nanwhatsonyourmind@gmail.com or call us live at 877-626-4651 and share with us a brief account of what issues are concerning you most that you want the broader community to be aware of. We invite you to call us, email us, what's on your mind today. The NAN Youth Huddle experience will not meet on this Monday, July 20th. They will resume on Monday, July 27th. Join the National Action Network's Youth Huddle, New York City at the House of Justice Auditorium located at 6 Hancock Place between 124th Street and Morningside Avenue here in the village of Harlem. Here are some announcements to keep you in the know. Funeral for Nolan Xavier Wells. Young 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells will be laid to rest on Monday, July 20th at the Center Point Church in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Reverend Sharpton will deliver the eulogy and attorney Ben Crump will deliver the call to justice. Family, friends, and concerned members of the community will gather to say goodbye to Nolan, honor his life and memory while still demanding answers into his horrific death. Nolan Xavier Wells was a graduate of Ocean Springs High School and a football player at Southwest Mississippi Community College. A young man remembered by those who knew him for his promise, his athleticism, and the life he had ahead of him. On the 4th of July, he traveled by boat with a group of friends to Horn Island off the Mississippi Gulf Coast to celebrate the holiday. He was last seen on the island at approximately 3 p.m. and did not return to the mainland with the group. His mother, Christine Wosley, reported him missing that night. Reverend Sharpton and attorney Ben Crump have been calling for transparency and have stood with the family as they push for an independent autopsy and concrete answers as to what happened to their beloved son. The parents of Nolan Wells were at the new House of Justice located here in Harlem last week as they stood with Reverend Sharpton and attorney Crump as they shared their heartache and fielded questions from reporters. Following a multi-agency search involving the U.S. Coast Guard, the Mississippi Department of Marine Services, and the National Park Service, the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, and the United Cajun Navy, Nolan's body was recovered near Horn Island on July 6. His identity was confirmed through dental records by the Jackson County coroner. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office has stated that the investigation remains active and that the cause of death is undetermined. NAN has stood with the Wells family as part of the long-standing mission to ensure that the deaths of young Black men receive a rigorous, transparent investigation, and that grieving families never have to stand alone in their search for the truth. Upcoming March on Washington. Reverend Sharpton and National Action Network have once again partnered with the King family and community organizations for the March on Washington. NAN will be joined by Martin Luther King III, Andrea Waters King, and the Drum Major Institute, alongside a growing coalition of labor, civil rights, and community partners in Washington, D.C. on Friday, August 28th for this commemoration march. This year, it is aptly titled, March on Washington 2026, Defend the Vote. 63 years after Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and declared his dream for America, the fundamental right at the heart of the dream, the right to vote, is once again under direct assault. The 2026 March on Washington comes at a moment of profound urgency following the Supreme Court's decision to gut Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, a ruling that Reverend Sharpton called a bullet in the heart of the voting rights movement. We have witnessed states around the country institute draconian voting laws and eliminate things like early voting days. There have been attempted attacks on mail-in voting and intimidation tactics in various areas. The fundamental right to vote that so many fought and died for hangs in the balance, and we must show up and make our voices heard and clear, loud next month in the nation's capital. The Honorable Yvette Clarke, chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, will be joined by a delegation of members at the march, and additional partners will also be announced soon. A growing coalition of national partners have already confirmed their participation, including the American Federation of Teachers, the American Federation of Government Employees, the NAACP, the National Coalition of Negro Women, the National Urban League, the National Coalition of Black Civic Participation, the League of United Latin American Citizens, Unidos US, the Family Parties, the Federation of Protestant Welfare Agencies, the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights Under Law, and many more labor, faith, and civic organizations alongside multiple houses of worship. The March on Washington 2026 to Defend the Vote will bring together civil rights leaders, activists, advocates, faith leaders, students, elected officials, and Americans from every corner of the nation. Registration is now open. Please visit the website www.nationalactionnetwork.net, or you may go to www.marchonwashington2026.com for more information. Join us on August 28th as we honor the sacrifices and hard work of those who fought to secure our rights and get ready to mobilize and organize for the battles ahead. This will be a commemoration and a call to action. Together we will say, no justice, no peace. All right. Politics Nation is on it. Once again, everyone stopped by Politics Nation on MS Now last weekend to speak with Reverend Sharpton about the vital news of the week and issues we should be addressing. The broadcast was not to be missed. Reverend Sharpton spoke with Congressman Herb Conaway of New Jersey about the ongoing attacks of voting rights, the importance of protecting a free press, and more. MS Now reporter Maya England joined Reverend Sharpton to discuss the growing calls for transparency into the investigation of the death of Nolan Wells. Democratic strategist Juanita Trolliver and Republican strategist Susan Del Percio joined Reverend Sharpton to discuss the Democratic Senate race in Maine following Graham Plattner's withdrawal. Reverend Sharpton also shared his thoughts on the decision to abandon the long-awaited effort place of Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. Reverend Sharpton spoke with Dr. J. Lawrence Turner, president of the Black Clergy Collaboration of Memphis and member of National Action Network's board of directors, about the renewed movement to protect voting rights across the South. Juan Perneno, CEO of the League of United Latin American Citizens, and Reverend Terry Anderson, Senior Pastor of Lily Grove Missionary Baptist Church in Houston, joined the show to discuss the fatal shootings of Lorenzo Rojo by federal agents. These were just some of the guests and topics on Politics Nation last weekend. Be sure to tune in to MS Now this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time to catch all of the week's news and analysts that matters. Saturday Action Rally, National Action Network and Reverend Sharpton welcomed everybody back to our weekly Saturday Action Rally. Each and every Saturday, Reverend Sharpton delivers powerful words of encouragement as he addresses issues and concerns and motivates everyone to do something and to take action. Last weekend, he highlighted health disparities and importance of adequate health care. CVS powered a health van that offered free health screenings and important information for the community to receive. There is a genuine lack of health services in our communities, said Reverend Sharpton, and as much as we're active on social justice issues, that is a social justice issue. We need to make sure that we are screened so that we can prevent things. Health care and health screenings ought not to be a privilege based on a zip code. Welcome to all of you who have joined us also via live stream and our website, and also live on Facebook at National Action Network. If this is your first time joining us or if you are not a member of NAN, we welcome you to NAN and invite you to join us and get into the action today. For more information, you may visit our website, call 877-626-4651, or text the word NAN, N-A-N, to 59769. Welcome. Let us now welcome NAN Change Choir soloist Tisha Hunter under the direction of our musical director, Minister Tyrone Richardson. under the direction of our musical director, Minister Tyrone Richardson. All right, well, we're going to ask all of you that have something to say of what's on your mind to assemble to my right, your left. Step up, tell us your name, and what's on your mind.
Good day, everybody, and God bless everybody. My name is Sister Reverend Word. I'm from Heaven, born in Harlem, and I'm a Jesus Christian and a National Action Network lifetime member. What's on my mind is the fact that I went to PS 75 in 1991, and it's such a blessing to see that we have progressed to 2026 with our own building. This is blessings that God gives those of us who really are about what we say we're about in terms of civil rights. And it's a lot more work to do. We're prepared to do it, and now we can do it from our own building. God bless y'all and good day. And remember, we still got to do our thing, get ready for August 28th, the March on Washington. And of course, get ready for these elections. People got to vote. We'll get more blessings when we do what we're supposed to do to the glory of God. God bless you and good day.
Thank you. Good morning. Step up. Tell us your name and what's on your mind.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Evangelist Ramsey from Brooklyn. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. There is this Black rich heritage vision of excellence. And I wanted to just quote what 2 things that was said in here. Human dignity is more precious than prestige, Claude McCrae. Deal with yourself as an individual worthy of respect and make everyone else deal with you the same way, Nikki Giovanni. No justice? No peace. No justice? No peace. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it?
Thank you. Good morning. Step up, tell us your name and what's on your mind.
Good morning. This is Dr. Jesse Fields, Harlem community doctor. And what is on my mind, all of our minds, is how exciting and thrilling it is to be here this morning at the first Saturday National Action Rally at our new home here in Harlem. Hallelujah and amen. Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Al Sharpton, for this place, for making it possible for us to be here. We look forward to continuing all of our work from here. Thank you always, Reverend Sharpton, for your leadership, your activism, and your vision. We appreciate you and all that you do for our people and all people. I'm very happy that this morning here with me is a pre-medical student who I worked with over the years, who spent time with me at our practice on 147th Street, Lehana Mampono and her family. Welcome. Lehana just graduated from Drexel University in the master's program in Philadelphia. Stand up, Lehana. And she is preparing for medical school application. And we wish her very much success. We know that she will be successful. I've worked with many students from our communities at my practice, and I am extremely proud of them, who will be doctors for our people and for the health of all. It's so important, as was said. I just wanted to quote a few lines from Amiri Baraka, the poem, Return of the Native. Can you sing yourself, your life, your place, now our place in Harlem, and look at the walls, the steps, the stones, the hearts, the gentle hum of meaning, each thing life we have. Our love is meant for us in a world like this where we may see ourselves all the time. Congratulations, Reverend Al Sharpton. Congratulations, National Action Network. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Tell us your name and what's on your mind.
Yes, my name is Nia 2X, and I want to first give praise to Almighty Allah God and thank Him endlessly, and also say thank you for His son, our brother, the Honorable Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton. I also want to thank him for his hardworking staff, for the community, for the membership, and thank him especially for Brother Reverend Devis Toon, who keeps our chapters strong, who keeps us on point with information that lets us know what New York and the other chapters are doing in unity to attain God's justice for everyone. So this is a very special day. And I have to shout out before I leave, thank you to the Greater DC chapter of National Action Network, who loves the Honorable Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton. DC, Maryland, and Virginia loves the Honorable Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton, and we love you too. Let's go.
Yes, thank you. And we love you too, sis. Good morning. Step up, tell us your name and what's on your mind.
Good morning. My name is Kaida Poet. I'm from Brooklyn. And what's on my mind? Sorry, I have to pull this out. What's on my mind is that in honor of the late John Lewis, wanted to say that, first of all, I didn't know John Lewis or any of these politicians that I'm going to mention, but they said that the reason that they like the color blue is because it symbolized serenity, peace, and calmness. So just to mention that blue didn't always symbolize being blue. So that's why they like the color blue, serenity, peace, and calmness. And I also wanted to read the scriptures that, sometimes a week, 7 days seems like a very long time. How many times has somebody told you, wait a week, and you said, oh boy, that's a very long time? But I just wanted to read, and not in wholeness, but Joshua 6:2-5, in preparation for a march. God outlines the unconventional battle plan and promise of victory. So that's preparation. The march, Joshua 6:15-16, details the final march on the 7th day and the commandment to shout. The success, Joshua 6:20, describes the moment of the walls fell flat, giving them the victory. So preparation, the march, and the success. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Tell us your name and what's on your mind.
Good morning, Ms. Nancy. My name is Maurice, and I'm from Brooklyn. And what's on my mind today is Trump's long ramble about the so-called Save America Act, right? Now, he has a voter suppression act and has the nerve to call it the Save America Act. What he should call it is the Enslave America Act, right? Because all it does, if you're a woman and you have changed your name because you got married to a husband, like a lot of people in America do, it's going to stop you from voting. Now, if you can't afford one of those new fancy passports with his ugly mugshot on it, right, it's also going to stop you from voting. So right then and there, that cuts off about 50% of the voting population, which is what he wants because he knows nobody is going to vote for him. Now, when I was little, one of my favorite movies was Rocky IV. And my favorite part of that movie was when the promoter for the Russian fighter gets up and he said, Ivan Drago, whatever he touch, he destroys. Now that's how I feel about Donald Trump. Whatever he touch, he destroys. The Supreme Court, destroy. Black employment, destroy. Global relations, destroy. Our image around the world, destroy. Everything that he touches in this country gets destroyed. That's why we need to vote him and his flunkies out of office. We're going to Washington on August 28th, right? To march to protect voting rights and to march and stand up against Donald Trump. One thing we say here at National Action Network is that fear and faith don't mix. We're not scared of no Trump, we're not scared of his backwards rights, and we're not going back. No justice, no peace. I'm gonna see all of you on August 28th.
Thank you. Good morning. Tell us your name and what's on your mind.
My name is Ernest, and I want everybody to know that this is the House of Justice. So welcome to the new House of Justice. And I want you all to know that we all stand together as one. And as we come together, we have to unify so that everybody will know that we are together as black people, as brown people, So we have to go out there and fight all the people who try to oppress us, because it's about equality, justice, and peace. And we have to show them that we stand together as one. For one person to be against everybody else is divide and conquer. If they can divide us in any way, they conquer us. But if we stay unit together we fall. Should I say, divided we fall, and together we stay together. So we have to stay unified, so we let everybody know that this is the house of justice, where we stand together as one.
Thank you. And thank you to all that contributed to today's What's on Your Mind. We want to remind you that the viewpoints heard here today are simply those of the contributors and do not reflect National Action Network. This morning, we are honored to have with us in the House here at our first day being in our new House of Justice, Assemblyman Jordan Wright. We're going to ask him to come up and have some remarks.
Good morning, National Action Network. I'm your New York State Assembly member, Jordan Wright, and I'm happy once again to have Nan in a permanent home in Harlem in the 70th Assembly District. Ownership is something that's very important, and it's important that Nan owns this building. This building is Nan's. They can do what they want with it. So I want to say thank you to the Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton for his leadership. I want to say thank you to all of you for coming here. No matter where you come from, the House of Justice is about the advancement of black people and black folks all around the country, all around the world. So thank you all so much. You're in the 70th Assembly District, you're in my neck of the woods, and I'm in all of your necks of the woods as well. And I want to say thank you all for electing me to a second term in office. Happy to be the Democratic nominee in November. Happy to serve my community, the one I was born in, the one I was raised in. Thank you all so much for your support. No justice? No peace. Thank you all so much.
Here with us today. Our members are hard working on the ground across this nation and right here in our New York City chapter, making change into reality as we work to make National Action Network what it is, an action organization. To hear more about what our New York City chapter is doing, we take you in the house this week with Naomi Jones, chairperson of the Disability Committee of the New York City chapter of National Action Network. Let us welcome her at this time.
Thank you, Sister Crawford. Good morning, good morning. Dear House of Justice, my name is Chaplain Naomi Jones. Today I have the honor of representing the Disabilities Committee and the Chaplaincy Subcommittee of the New York City chapter of the National Action Network. As committee chairwoman, I am so grateful for our founder and president for establishing a platform for our voices to be heard. We don't get that a lot everywhere, so we're very grateful for that. Everyone from the chairman of the board, staff, chapter leadership, and volunteers play a very important part in keeping the dream alive. And I am so grateful to be able to play a role in our nation's progress. Despite what's happening, we are going to continue to progress, and I'm proud to be a part of that. Prayerfully, by the time we're finished, you want to play a role yourself or increase the role you're already playing. But before I do, I want to get into the nuances and the work that our community does and needs to have done. Brother Maurice pretty much took all of that I was about to say. He said it, so I'm not going to regurgitate that. Things are happening, and we need to have all boots on the ground. And federal legislation, specifically that pertains to people living with disabilities, such as the 504 Rehabilitation Act, are also under attack. Just like all the other things that are going on, 504 Rehabilitation Act, there are protections that many activists worked for to obtain, and it's systematically being removed. Extraordinary changes to the Department of Justice and Education have already been stripped, and we don't want that to happen to these protections for our disabled community, for our seniors, and our health care. Which is why it's more important than ever for us to stay informed and get involved and organize to keep our civil rights. This is a call to action, y'all. This is a call to action for solidarity, for health and wellness, for health equity. I invite you to strengthen the health equity within our community and join our committee. And we have committed to accessibility, activism, and disability referral services. The NAN Disability Committee aims to raise awareness and teach about laws that are important to individuals with disabilities and understand what that means. That means mentally, physically, or emotionally, developmentally. These things can impact our daily lives. And the federal and state and local legislation is important to be aware of. And we have to learn about it. The Disabilities Committee and the Chaplaincy Subcommittee focus on engaging and educating the community through forums and visiting those who are sick and homebound, meeting with our legislators, and connecting with individuals facing medical challenges. The committee has initiatives, and we conduct workshops and free public trainings. Some of our actions are to help teach and promote trauma-informed practices and encourage the use of inclusive language and spaces. Inclusive languages and spaces. The NAN Disabilities Committee contributes to work that dismantles health inequities, especially for people of color that may have little or no insurance. Insufficient medical coverage is a problem, but we're working on that in our advocacy. And again, like it was mentioned before, long before the attack on women's health and reproductive rights were an issue, the committee was committed to standing and making advancement. We can't forget about those little things. There have been so many atrocities that have happened that we forget about the other atrocities, and we need everybody. We need all the committees to be intertwined and stay and focus, because remember, they did attack on reproductive rights. And reproductive rights does not just mean birth. It means things like testicular cancer, ovarian cancer, cancer, not just birthright. That, when they dismantle that legislation, it handles all that. Let's not forget about that. We get distracted because they're just doing too much. And when we go and we talk to our officials and we promote these things, we need research. We need to quantify the things that we have. We know, we live it, but we need to quantify it. So our committee, work for research advancements for diseases like endometriosis. I probably never even heard of them. That's the point. These are things that our communities are suffering, and we don't even get diagnosed with them. We've never even heard of these diseases. Postpartum depression. Women have babies every day. We don't understand that's chemical changes. That's a medical thing. We need help with. Other people get help. Rich people, social, economical should not be a reason not to get the help that you need for these types of diseases and things that affect our life. And these illnesses disproportionately devastate marginalized communities. That means they don't fairly attack low income, people of color. Basically, we suffer more statistically. That's what that means. Greater efforts for diversity in executive staff, the people who make the decisions about who gets coverage, who gets prescriptions, who gets treatments, how they get treatments. We need diversity that way too. The clinical students, I'm so glad to hear about the sister who's, preparing for, so we need you, thank you. Go, prosper, be great, and don't forget about us, come help. And also board members, that's important too. Hospitals, academia, and all the clinical and science-oriented settings, we need diversity, and these are the things that our committee works to do, so please come join us. The committee, we strive to bring about diversity, cultural competency, that means understanding and giving your perspective to those boardrooms. Diversity and cultural competency should not just be improved through ethnicity and gender, but also in age. The youth huddle meets, we need to hear our young people have voices, we need diversity in those decision makings with them too. And All of the above are our goals. We're committed and dedicated to mediating and progressive health care for all people. We believe in yes, all people. We believe in true equality that requires that we address historic, systematic injustice that have marginalized us. So we have to understand how and why. We know there's problems, but we have to identify and we have to talk about it. We understand that advocating for everyone to have access to the same opportunities and resources more than just important. It's a civil right. And we're a civil rights organization, so we're gonna work on civil rights. Disabilities rights are civil rights. Policy and legislation are very important. We stay in the face of our community leaders. We got community leaders here today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hearing us. Thank you for seeing us. Please continue. And we're gonna stay in touch, because that's what we do, civil rights, y'all. And activism and action is what we're committed to. Our goal and vision align with the mission of the national organization. Our committee uses advocacy, mediation, and information concise to the protections of the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 and the amendments of 2008. We gotta protect that, okay? And we create awareness that helps advocate the protections of those legislations. The whole point of these legislation is because it protects us. It gives us equality. So if they strip it away, we don't have those protections. And we go right back. So basically, we want to make sure that the civil rights pioneers that worked so hard and struggled and sacrificed don't have what they worked for stripped away. During this current administration, it's brutal. They're taking it right in front of us. So we gotta have all hands on deck again. Please find out how you can continue to protect the civil rights and help us strategize. The recent attempt to diminish them are truly a threat to many people in need. So become a member of the National Action Network NAN Disabilities Committee. Please reach out to me. Again, my name is Chaplain Naomi Jones. To find out more information or learn how you can be involved, please reach out here. You can call the House of Justice. I do advocacy work. You can set up an appointment, call here, leave your information. I have some information in the back that you can also make contact information. And again, you can message me at facebook.com/nan.New York City Cabinet. God bless y'all. Stay in the action. Civil rights, disability rights, same thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Chaplain Jones, for that information on the New York City Chapter's Disability Committee. Let us now welcome the NAN Change Ensemble.
Take
We have an inspirational word coming from one of our leading preachers, pastors from across this nation. This morning, we are honored to have Bishop Mitchell Taylor, Senior Pastor of the Center of Hope International in Long Island City, New York. Let us greet him with a warm National Action Network welcome.
Giving honor to God and the Spirit of Christ that is in this place, to the Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton. Let's give him a big hand and congratulate him again on this great accomplishment. To the chairman, Reverend Franklin W. Richardson, and to Ashley and Dominique. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my good friend, Reverend Stephen Marshall. At the conclusion of this meeting, I got a few of my books, Unbroken Promises, Learn to Trust Again, and certainly I'd love for you to have a copy of it. My inspirational scripture will come from, and I have to say, shout out to the Center of Hope International, one of the greatest churches in the country. My scripture will be found in the Gospel of St. John, chapter number 8, and beginning at verse number 1. But Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. Now early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came to him and sat down, and he taught them. Then the scribes and the Pharisees brought to him a woman caught in adultery. Somebody say adultery. And when they had set her before him, they said to him, "Teacher, this woman was caught in adultery in the very act. Moses in the law commanded us that such a one should be stoned. But what do you say?" And this they said to Jesus, testing him, that they might have something of which to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down. Somebody say he got down. Jesus stooped down and wrote on the ground with his finger as though he didn't hear them. And so they continued asking him. He raised himself up and said to them, "He who is without sin among you, let him cast the first stone." I want you to look at the person nearest to you right now, and I want you to look them right in the eyes. If you ever want to know how a person really feels about you, look them in the eyes. Because folks got a habit of telling you that they love you looking down at their feet. Say, "No, look me in the eyes." Look them in the eyes and say, "Neighbor, I'm down with you." I'm down with you. Now, let me put out this disclaimer first. I am not here to do a homiletical exegesis. I'm here to do an inspirational exhortation. And so those of you that want to hear a more extended version of my preachment, please visit me on YouTube or at my church. The writer of this particular gospel is the bearer of its name. John was one of the original 12 disciples of Jesus Christ. Not only was he one of the 12, but he was a part of the inner circle of people that shared intimate times with the Christ. Now, the Gospel of John is different in context than any of the other Gospels. Of course, we have the synoptic Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Synoptic comes from the Greek word synopsis, which means the same, or looking at something the same way. We also have the word synonymous, which means the same thing or the same meaning. But John is known as not synoptic, or the standalone disciple, or known as the Johannine text. And what I like about John is that he was an individual. He did not subscribe to the thoughts of others. And I like John because he didn't care what other people saw and what other people thought. He had his own mind. And in this particular text, he gives us something to interrogate. He now brings us into a narrative where Jesus is confronted confronted by the scribes and the Pharisaical order of that day. And while he was teaching in the temple, Tyrone, the scripture declares that some folks brought a woman that was allegedly caught in adultery. How many ever been caught in something? I know I have been. You ain't got to reveal it, but I know some of y'all have been caught at some time or the other. But you know what I like about Jesus? He never subscribes to people that embrace what I call this cancel culture. Anybody know about that? Soon as you do one thing wrong, soon as you say one thing wrong, people are ready to cancel you. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you can't cancel me. Not only that, you don't have a heaven nor a hell to put me in. That's my job. And so here was this woman, and they say, according to the John text, that she was caught in the very act. That suggests that she was actually in the bed with a man or whoever, doing whatever she was doing. And they took her out of the bed. But how many know it takes two to tango? Isn't it interesting how people will turn you over and they'll protect somebody else? And so they brought this individual to Jesus and threw her in front of him. And when she got in front of him, they said, sir, this man was caught in the very act. I'm almost done. And so when Jesus got that message, he looked around and he bent down. He got down on the ground and started writing something. Now, theologians have not revealed to us what the particular words that he was writing on the ground, but I can only imagine what he wrote on the ground. And they interrogated him and said, sir, what are you going to do about this? So he got up and looked around, and then he got down again. And when he got down again, he began to hear the stones drop. Because see, according to Mosaic law, you could not participate in a stoning unless you yourself had no guilt in that particular sin. And when Jesus said, he that hath no sin, cast the first stone, they started dropping their stones. I'm here to remind you on today, there's nobody perfect. There's nobody dotting their I's and crossing their T's. All of us got issues. All of us got problems. But I came to tell the church on today that Jesus the Christ is down with you. And the reason why that woman was able to walk away with her life, because he was down with her. And I'm here to talk to those that have been disenfranchised, disrespected, abandoned, and overlooked. You ain't got to worry about it. I'm here to remind you that Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, is down with you. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, he's down with you. And I came to tell National Action Director that it doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter where, and it doesn't matter what you've been through. Jesus the Christ is down with you. Look at your neighbor one more time and say, neighbor, he is down with you.
What a word, what a word. Bishop Mitchell Taylor. Yes, sir. He is down with you. Let us now welcome the Dan Change Choir under the direction of our musical director, Minister Tyrone Richardson.
While on others, Lord, others thou art. While on others, thou. While on others, do not pass, do not pass, do not pass. I'm asking you, Savior, do not, do not,
The Nan Change Choir, under the direction of our musical director, Minister Tyrone Richardson. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to National Action Network Live on 107.5 WBLS. Let us now receive our president and founder, the Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton.
no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. What do we want? Justice. What do we want? Justice. When do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. 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 Shake hands with the person next to you. Tell them you love them. January of 1991, I was leading a march protesting the death and murder of Yusef Hawkins in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, killed by a white mob. It was the 29th week that we had gone out there. Man ran out the crowd, white male in our safety zone, surrounded by police, stuck a knife in my chest. People thought I wasn't gonna make it. When I got out the hospital, some others had tried to change what we were doing in Brooklyn. I decided to come to Harlem and start National Action Network. We started with 12 people at PS 175. Went from there to 125th and Madison, where we rented the top until there was a fire that burned it down. Then after it burned down, we had to meet in a basement of an AME church in the mid-130s till we found 145th Street. We've come from place to place, but we never stopped meeting. 35 years. Never missed a meeting, never stopped a Saturday. Through the battles from Yusef Hawkins, through Abner Lawima, through you name them, they all could find a place. And Jesse Jackson named it the House of Justice. Well, today we're in our own place. We are not the renters, we're the owners. If you keep on doing what you're supposed to do, your change will come. Some people don't understand it's not how fast you start. It's not how good you look when you start. I learned a little boy growing up in the church that the race isn't given to the swift, nor is it given to the strong, but to those that can hold out, that those that can endure. I look around this audience, some of y'all been with us for decades. Some of y'all marched when we were under attack and called controversial, but you held on anyhow. If you hold on, if you hold out, even when it's dark, if you can see that there's a light somewhere, your change will come. Your change will come. Your change. Do you believe it? Your change. I know it will. Your change. Change will. Oh, change will. Your change will come. Your change. Just keep the faith. Your change. Hang on in there. Go on through it. Your change. Yes, it will. Your change. Change will. National Action Network, Change Choir, give them a big hand. Give them a big hand. Certainly we're happy to be with you another Saturday morning to give our report on where the action is, and we are happy to be with you here from the House of Justice in Harlem. And let me stop first. Let me thank our presider, Sister Nancy Darlene Crawford. Our Minister of Music, Brother Tyrone Richardson. And then we enjoy our own Bishop Taylor, Bishop Mitchell Taylor of Center of Hope. And I was listening to him. The one thing, Bishop, that when you were talking about how when Jesus looked down after he told him to wonder you without sin, cast the first stone, and the Bible said he took a stick and started writing on the ground. Preacher told me the reason everybody was gone when he looked up is he was writing their names down on the ground. Let me also say that we're honored to have our Assemblyman Jordan Wright, who's helping us. Our attorneys and others working to get us in. We've got to get everything straight for the whole building, but we could start this week. Glad to see Sister Chesley Maddox Dorsey with us from America Urban Radio. Stand up. That's how she won our honorees at Triumph Awards. And just so many of you and all of you that are here. We're going to have the grand opening late summer, early fall, but we're in our own house as we build, and we're happy about it. One of the things I'm going to do every week, I see ahead of our Washington, D.C. chapter, Sister Nia 2X. Stand up, Nia. Washington, D.C. chapter. And every week I'm going to have a focus on a chapter that is watching live stream. We're on live stream on nationalactionnetwork.net. We're on WBLS 107.5 FM in New York. We're on the Impact Network. But I want to focus, because people think we just call it National Action Network. It is national. And this, every week I'm going to focus on one or two chapters. Our chapter this week is the Middle Tennessee chapter. They're meeting and watching us, and we're live. Memphis, Tennessee in the house. Cheryl Huff, there she goes. All right. We ain't just called this National Action Network. This is the National Action Network. All over the country. And every week, we're going to feature other chapters that's going to get up and be wherever they going to gather and share the rally with us. So you can go tell folk, they ain't just talking, they got real chapters, Mr. Mayor, all over the country. This is a thing that's got to happen.
Yes.
We have a roving chapter with our own, stand up, this is our roving chapter, the governor, I made him the governor. He's based in Seattle, Washington, but he fly all over the country. And he flew in to be with us this morning. Just a lot of our special guests. Let me say, as we are getting ready to go to real organizing around this march, there is not a more critical time
around the nation
in my life than for us to show up in big numbers on August 28th. When Martin Luther King III and Andre Waters King and I called this march and started reaching out, and we've reached out to every major civil rights group will be part of it, as well as labor unions and others. We are looking at a time that they are literally trying to revoke every right that was gained in the 60s. I've been rereading a lot of the books of the movements in the 60s. And if you listen to audio book, if you don't want to read, a lot of times I get on airplane, I have the audio book to listen to. And if you think of the bloodshed, people don't understand that Jimmy Lee Jackson was killed for going to a voter meeting in Marion, Alabama. I'm talking about killed. I ain't talking about heckled. I'm not talking about people talk bad. Killed him. And because of his killing, a lady in Selma, who was part of it, Miss Boynton, Amelia Boynton, said we need to start something here. And John Lewis, who was head of SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and C.T. Vivian, and Hosea Williams of Southern Christian Leadership Conference started a movement in Selma to get us the right to vote out of bloodshed. Many people in the media that say, well, all Sharpton and Nan does is come in when there's a disaster. Movements are when you can take a disaster and turn it into a movement to change things. Jimmy Lee Jackson was the impetus of the voting rights movement. And during it, there were people killed. Viola Luisa killed for coming down helping a white woman from Michigan. Let them use a car to transport the marchers back and forward. Killed her. Killed Goodman, Cheney, and Swerner. They took bloodshed to get these rights. So you talking about voting don't mean nothing. People died to give us the right to vote. And they didn't die because they were ignorant. They died because they understood that if the price was paid, that their children and grandchildren would not have to live like they lived. And that's why August 28th, we're going back, because this Supreme Court just a month ago took the meat out of the voting rights bill. And if the grandchildren of those that died in Selma don't stand up, white, black, Latino, Asian, and go to Washington where the Supreme Court is, history will say we dropped the ball. I don't care what you believe in. We are all at risk. When you got ICE agents just run around killing folks and saying, oops, wrong person. You better vote about this. But if you don't save your voting rights, you won't be able to vote about it. I'm not talking about what can happen, I'm talking about what is happening. Now, President Trump got on TV the other night. He wasn't on every channel. Some of these channels got enough wisdom to say we ain't doing that. And declared war on voting, saying that, well, there's been a whole lot of voter fraud. Said that there's been the moves by China. Mind you, he said China interfered with the 2020 election. Now, first of all, he was just in China. Sitting up there sipping cocktails and toasting with Xi. Did he ask Xi about China interfering then? I mean, he was just over there. Rolled out the red carpet. He saw the whole Red Guard stand there, salute him. But now he comes with this hallucinatory evidence. There's hallucination that there was some kind of interference by China. Well, what he's setting up is he's setting up the whole prerequisite of trying to claim fraud in the elections that are the midterms that may take his party out of power. So the only thing we must do is we must mobilize and come with numbers that they cannot cheat us on. That's why the march is so important, because the march will show numbers. The march will show energy. We've had a lot of good marches, No Kings and all of them we've gone to. This march is called by us, and we want everybody to come with us. The statement must be, right there in Washington, as Trump's down the block at the White House and the staff's there at the Supreme Court, that there are tens of thousands of them here. This is serious. They are not going back. If you ever march in your life, march August 28th in Washington, D.C. I want you all that are watching or listening that have not signed up, go to the website right now at www.nationalactionnetwork.net. Sign up and say, I'm coming. I need to know where the nearest bus is. I need to know how I organize a bus, whatever. And we're going to get back to you. Every time you sign up, we'll get back to you within 48 hours with instruction. But we pulling from all over the country on the march. One of the things tonight and tomorrow on Politics Nation with Al Sharpton, 5 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Time on MS Now. I'm going to have on several people, including candidate for governor of Georgia is going to be on. Keisha Lance Bottoms. The congresswoman who succeeded John Lewis, who, when he passed, Nakima Williams, she'll be on. Why am I having on? Because Trump and them are trying to act like the votes were stolen in Georgia. And I want her to be on. And many others. And Ben Crump will be on. We're getting ready to go to Mississippi. Tomorrow night after I get off Politics Nation, going right to Mississippi to do the funeral for Nolan Wells in Ocean Springs, Mississippi on Monday morning. We are in the middle of the most solid backlash that I've seen in my lifetime. But what is troubling to me is that we're not answering it. We've got them distracting us. Assemblyman, they doing all this talk about who's going to be in charge now. Is it the socialists or the establishment? We always had socialists. Bud Russell was socialist. There ain't nothing new about being a socialist. What's new is people that are detached from us, whether you socialist or capitalist. Negro run around Bed-Stuy, Harlem, Chicago, talking about you a socialist or capitalist. We couldn't be no capitalists. We didn't have no capital. We are watching neighborhoods change in front of our eyes, moving us out with false and falsified deeds. They're removing ownership in our community that all our folk had was the passed down property that's being underwritten and undergirded from us. Well, Reverend, what that got to do with voting? Everything. Because if you don't have the right judges and the right people in these agencies that ought to be investigating and stopping this, then you will be uprooted with nothing to say about it. It's time for us to come together and save our community. That's why, in the middle of gentrification, that's why we bought a building right in the middle of Harlem. Because we're not going nowhere. We are not bowing down. This is a house of justice. Why do we want a house of justice? Well, if you have smoke in the house. If you have word that there may be a fire in your building, somebody say, call the firehouse. Well, I want folk around the country to know, just like the mothers from Ocean Spring, Mississippi, the mother and daddy couldn't find their son for 2 days. He shows up dead with answers that don't make sense. But somebody told him, go to Harlem and call the firehouse. There's a firehouse now for the children of the afflicted. There's a firehouse now where those that smell smoke can call. There's a firehouse now. Don't panic, call the firehouse. If you don't know what to do, call the firehouse. First press briefing that we had in this building was the mother and father of this young man that was, we don't know how, what happened yet, but Nolan Wells. The issue was so arresting that people all over the country had to get on. And mind you, broadcast media wouldn't talk about this case. Started on the internet. So we said, Ben Crump, I call him the Attorney General of Black America, Ben Crump said, well, let's go to New York and let force the mainstream media. And he flew them to New York. They stood right at this platform, their first national press conference, Friday before last, and held it. That's what the firehouse is about. Well, Rem Al, do we know what happened? No, the fact that we don't know. And the sheriff said that there was no foul play is why we got involved. How, if you don't know, do you say there was no foul play? If you already have come to a conclusion, you're going to investigate to validate your conclusion. And I'm saying that we're not going to let you get to a conclusion that you want. We want what is fair and just for the family of this young man. Some of the things that they've raised just don't make sense to me. They say that he and 3 young men were going to this island that they sometimes go to and have their picnics and social events and all. You can't get there other than by boat. It's about 7 miles from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Nolan was a well-known football player in the school. He and 3 white friends went by boat, got on the island. Then only 3 came back, the 3 whites. They said Nolan said he was staying. One of them said that he said, I met a girl. But he gave them his cell phone and his car keys. Now that don't make sense to me. I don't know no 18-year-old that'll give you their cell phone. Both my daughters is over 18 and they never gave me their cell phone. If they go swimming, they'll keep it in their swimsuit and drown the phone. And then they misled the family about whether they had it. And then when they were busted that they had the phone because of the 360 tracker, they went to the house where the cell phone was. Found out the guy lied and said he didn't have the car keys, had the car keys. If something naturally happened, then why are you hiding and telling different stories? And that is why we gonna back this family. They ain't not rushing to judgment, but they're not gonna let you rush to judgment. Well, Reverend Al, why the parents got Reverend Sharpton and Ben Crump coming? Well, Crump went to law school, and they need a good lawyer to protect the family. And they need a good lawyer that understands. They met with the DA the other day, whether what they're saying is correct or not, and there's none better than Ben Crump. But Chesley, I didn't go to law school. I grew up in Brownsville, Brooklyn. And we had roaches. I know Tyrone grew up middle class, he don't know what roach is, but we had roaches. And I'd lived a little while in Queens, so I wasn't used to a lot of roaches till we had to move to Brownsville. Daddy left, we had to move. And it just bothered me, Bishop Taylor, that every night all these roaches all over the place. I'm 10 years old, chasing roaches. My clothes smell like Raid. Some of y'all know that. And I remember one night, I went in the kitchen in our little apartment, roaches all over the place. Roaches just eating up everything. And I ran to the bedroom and told my sister, come here, they're roaches, they're roaches. I'd cut the light off, she stumbling through the dark, got to the kitchen, turned the light on, no roaches. She said, you woke me up. I mean, she really was mad. She stumbled back to the bed. I couldn't figure this out. I'd seen all these roaches. So I went back, looked in the kitchen, cut the light back on, roaches everywhere. I ran back and grabbed her again, dragged her down the hall and said, look, we looked, there wasn't no roaches. Now she really mad, she ready to fight. I done woke up twice. And I went on about my business. I looked in their kitchen, no roaches. I figured it out, Jay, that if you cut the light on, roaches only get comfortable in the dark. But if you cut the light on, roaches will run for cover. Ben Crump going to Mississippi to bring the law. I'm going to Mississippi to cut the lights on. There's some roaches in Mississippi. As I look at what happened to Nolan, I'm also looking at what happened with two people in 1 week killed by ICE agents. Both of them were not at all remotely what they accused them of being. And they act like it just doesn't matter. I'm reached out to the families of both, inviting them to be with us at the march. I'm saying to our faith leaders that you cannot be quiet at a time like this. Bible says, woe unto them who are at ease in Zion. Silence is consent. Say that again. Silence is consent. To be silent now is a betrayal of your own calling as a minister. I don't know how you can justify whether you are a Christian and whatever denomination, Baptist, Methodist, AME, Zion, Pentecostal, Holiness, Church of God, whatever you are, whether you're a Muslim, whatever you are, any Bible, any Quran challenges you for the time in which you live. Jesus came for the time in which he lived. Moses came to deal with bondage in the time in which he lived. Moses didn't come and preach about Adam and Eve. He talked about Pharaoh. David didn't come to talk about how Moses and Joshua went across the Jordan. He dealt with Goliath. Ain't nobody in the Bible talking about history. They use history to operate in their time. Quit giving us these back in the day sermons unless you're gonna bring back in the day and tell us what you're gonna do today. I'm not gonna shout on what God did. I'm gonna shout on what God does right now. We have, I get on YouTube and watch some of these preachers, eloquent, know the back and forward of everything in theology, can quote stuff and then give you the Greek and the Latin. I watched one the other night, and the Greek word and the Latin word is, what are you gonna do with all this? I don't care how smart you are. I want to know if you're gonna stand up against wickedness in high places right now. Don't tell me what Moses did to Pharaoh. Don't tell me what David did to Goliath. Don't tell me how wise Solomon was. Don't tell me about Daniel in the lion's den. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace, and how they stood up to Nebuchadnezzar. Don't tell me about how God shook the jail with Paul and Silas, and then you are scared to talk about what you're gonna do to Donald Trump in the Trump generation. God didn't give me Nebuchadnezzar, he gave me Donald Trump, and the God I serve will give us the victory over what Trump is trying to do. And now if you're scared, say you're scared. If you're worried what they're going to do to you, say you're scared. If you're afraid of being in the light, say you're scared. And then sit down and shut up and let somebody that's not scared say what got to be said. The one good thing about Trump is that he is going to make everybody have to take a stand one way or another. He ain't even trying to cover up what he doing. You know, the first term he did have Omarosa and tried to act like, well, it's just a new level of black. You know, he had Omarosa and had what you call it, go up to the White House with him, the rapper Kanye West. He ain't even had no Kanyes in the Oval Office this time. He had the preachers anointing him and praying for him. He ain't invited y'all back to the White House. Where are them preachers that was attacking? They had 2 or 3 of the preachers, one guy out of Ohio, just attacking me. Al Sharpton don't speak for us. Well, you ain't speaking at all now. Trump is giving to you raw. That's why you need the real courageous men and women of God to stand up and say, I was born for these times. This ain't no time for scholars alone. Time for fighters. Time for soldiers. Time for those that got enough nerve and enough faith that'll stand up against the odds, that won't back down, that won't sell out, that won't genuflect, that'll fight in the midst of the heat of the storm. Stand up. It's time to take attendance. Yes. What side are you on? And if you're on the Lord's side, then you ought to show some sign. The reason why I'm on the Lord's side is because he's been on my side. He brought me a mighty long way. He brought me from disgrace to amazing grace. He brought me from down to up. I had to cry sometime, but he wiped tears from my eyes. I'm on the Lord's side. He promised that he'd make a way out of no way. He promised he'd make rough places smooth. He promised he'd never leave me or forsake me. I'm on the Lord's side. If you got the faith, he got the power. If you got the faith, faith is an intangible. Faith is what you can't figure out. Faith is what you can't calculate. You can calculate mathematics. You can figure out science, but faith you can't figure out. Faith is when it don't make sense, but you believe anyhow. Faith is when you can't add it up, but you believe anyhow, because you know that he never failed me yet. We didn't come based on calculus alone. We come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord, trusting in his holy word. He never failed us yet. Yesterday was the 6th anniversary of the death of John Lewis. John Lewis beaten on the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, went on to Congress. I think about John Lewis, I think about others. that paid a price. And I do not want history to record that all they did was for nothing, or that some 34-count felon sat up in the White House and was able to take down everything that they achieved. I don't want history to record that they made all those sacrifices for nothing. I know that it's rough. Trump got all the money, they got all the military, they got all the might with these mergers and his controlling the Federal Communications Commission. They got all the media. But we have what our great-grandparents had. My great-granddaddy, Coleman Sharpton, was a slave in Edgefield, South Carolina. Had no rights anyone was bound to respect. Was named after his owner. He had nothing. He couldn't marry my great-grandmother. Couldn't name his children, but the only thing that he had was God on his side. And somehow he believed that if he would just keep on serving God, he may never see a voting booth, but his great-grandson would run for president. And if God be God, if God be God, if God be God, then if we'll stand up, he'll hold us up. If God be God, if we make one step, he'll make two. If God be God, he'll make our enemies our footstool. If God be God, he'll make a way out of no way. If God be God, he'll give us the strength to bring down this people that are trying to take us back. There is a God. I know it because I talk to him. He walks with me. He talks with me. He tells me I'm his own. If God be God, if God be God, because he lives, because he lives. I ain't guessing about it. He lives. I know he lives. I talk to him early in the morning. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. He lives. He lives. He lives.
God sent his son. They called him Jesus. He came to love, heal, and forgive. He bled and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is there to prove my Savior lives. Oh, because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because
certain days because he lives. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because God lives, all my fears, they're gone. Because I know he holds the future. And life is worth all the living just because he lives.
I can face tomorrow.
Oh, yes, I can.
Because my God lives.
I'm so glad he lives.
All fear is gone. Hey, because I know the future. And life is worth the living just.
Life is worth the living just.
Life is worth the living just.
Life is worth all the living just. Life is worth the living just because he
Everybody's singing. Everybody's singing. Everybody's singing. Everybody's singing. Singing like you mean it. Sing it like you mean it. Everybody's singing. Everybody's singing. Everybody's singing. One more time, y'all. One more time, y'all. One more time, y'all. I'm going to open the doors of the movement. There may be someone here today that never joined National Action Network. You hear us on the radio, you watch my television show, but you never became a member of the organization. There's never a better time than right here at the House of Justice for you to come. And if you're in the overflow room, y'all show them how to come on down the stairs. If you're here, if you're not a member, come down and shake my hand and come on down and become a member right now. Come on. Everybody's singing. Everybody's singing. Come on. Everybody's singing. Yeah. I'll wait for you. Everybody's singing. Everybody's singing. Everybody's singing. One more time, y'all. One more time, y'all. Everybody's singing. Come on. Everybody's singing. Come on. Everybody sing. Everybody singing. Sing it like you mean it. Come on, come on. Sing it like you mean it. Sing it like you mean it. One last time, y'all. One last time, y'all. Everybody singing. All right. All right. While they're signing the new members up, I'm going to raise our offering. You that are upstairs, we're going to have a plate up there. You that are in the balcony and in the overflow room, we're going to have a plate there. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do is that we're going to raise the offering as we always do. And then when we get ready to dismiss, I'm going to go to the front door and shake everybody's hand on the way out. Whether you are in the overflow room, whether you're in the balcony or not. So you that in the overflow room, I told y'all get here early. But I'm still shaking everybody's hand. So y'all will know next Saturday, get here early. But I'll shake everybody's hand. But I want everybody to give. If there's somebody up in one of those, y'all let me know if they give, as I call different denominations of giving. I want everybody to give. And aren't we glad to be in our own place? And then we finish in all upstairs when our attorneys and all say we can let everybody see the rest of it. We will do that too. There's 3 floors above the overflow room. And we're going to be having poetry readings and jazz nights and all kind of stuff in here. This is going to be Liberation Headquarters in Harlem. And I want you to take advantage. I want you all to see all of it. I can't do it today, but we are going to do that. You can see this is real. This ain't no dream. And many of you that gave, I had asked people, 100,000 people to give us $500. Many of you did. You can see that we were not kidding. We spending your money right. But y'all know we're going to need you to keep giving as we do this. All right, I need about 10 people that can give $100 or more to come quickly. Dr. Canton, $100. Assemblyman Jordan Wright, $100. Bishop Taylor, $100. Brother Ronald, $100. Michael Gardner, $100. Guardians, $100. Attorney Smelkin, $100. Dr. Jesse Fields, Dr. Jesse Fields giving $500 in honor of the new headquarters. $500. Who?
Ken, Nathia, Aaron, $500.
Ken and Adria Aaron, $500. And then on top of that, Sister Aaron's giving $100. Gave $500 to the building and $100 for today. Tammy McCoy, $100. Noreen Gadsby, $100. Captain, $100. Come on. Minister Winston Gilchrist, $100. Reverend Hall, my man from New Jersey, been with me a long time, $100. Dr. Ron Daniels is in the house, $100. All right, you can see him up on the screen. Ron Daniels is in the house. I didn't know he was here. All right, all right. 50s, 50s, 50s. Just because you're upstairs don't mean you don't have to give. Now, we show you on the screen. We show you on the screen. Minister Carolyn, $50. Brother David is red, and red sneakers with it, $50. Choir, $61. Don Jones, $50. All right, now everybody, whatever you can give, $1, $5, $10, whatever you could give, give me some, play me some, give me some music, give me some money music. Let me say, Mother Ivy Walton sends $500. All right, bring the new members down. Bring the new members down. I'm going to receive the new members, then we're all going to sing our song and dismiss. I'll meet everybody at the door. Now, don't stop and hold up everybody trying to meet. I'm not meeting with you. I'm shaking your hand. And you go on out. We're emptying the building. We don't want to be doing something that they told us don't do. So everybody's going to leave the building. After y'all turn face me, Philip Ramon Orama, Obama's cousin, Orama Obama. I got it. I love it. And P. Malkia Kelly. All right. Thank you both for stepping forward. You joined on a big day for us. We need you. We want you. We need you to come on, work with us, and let's make this a better community. Face the audience and welcome them. Welcome them. Welcome them to the National Action Network. All right. All right, we're going to sing our song, then I'm going to walk up the aisle, and I'll be at the front counter. Shake your hands and keep moving. There's no committee meetings or nothing in this building, no eating in this building, nothing. We're doing exactly what we were instructed to do. All right. Make everybody stand. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now was blind, but now shake it. Repeat after me. We're an African people, robbed of our names, robbed of our heritage, robbed of our families, our self-respect. But we shall rise, never to fall again. Up, you mighty race. We can accomplish what we will. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Shake hands with the one you next to. Shake my hand before you leave.